오후 3시 반 마이크 지치노 씨는 급히 집 밖으로 나와 사라진 강아지를 찾았습니다. 한낮이었지만 연기 때문에 주변은 암흑이었는데요.
They desperately searched for their missing dogs. Then heard the cries of their neighbors.
It was like every 10 feet was help, help.
불을 비추자 그가 발견한 것은 화상을 입은 채 도움을 요청하는 마을 사람들이었습니다. 재난문자도 사이렌도 울리지 않는 상황에서 그렇게 조용하게 이 마을 사람들은 불의 습격을 받았는데요. 도대체 그날 라하이나 마을에는 왜 사이렌조차 울리지 않은 것일까요? 일간 소울 영화입니다. 아름다웠던 하와이는 현대사에 기록될 가장 최악의 화재를 겪었습니다.
The scale of the devastating loss now unprecedented in modern times. The deadliest wildfire in the U.S. in more than 100 years.
현재까지 밝혀진 사망자는 96명이지만 이제 겨우 화재 지역의 3%만을 수색한 상황이라 전문가들은 세 자릿수의 사망자 규모를 예측하고 있는 안타까운 상황입니다.
The military is part of the search for victims in the town of Lahaina, but so far only a tiny fraction of the affected area, less than 5%, has been searched. Hundreds of people are still unaccounted for, and authorities are expecting the death toll to rise significantly.
그런데 이날 화재 상황에 대한 주민들의 증언을 살펴보면 여러모로 이상한 점이 있는데요. 첫 번째는 가장 많은 피해를 입은 라하이나 마을이 불에 완전히 둘러싸일 때까지 어떤 경고나 안내도 받지 못했다는 점입니다.
Kessa Stoddard and her family lost their home, leaving everything behind in just 10 minutes.
Did you receive any kind of warning
There
that
was
the fire was coming into the town?
No warning. We are supposed to get, on your cell phone evacuation notices, alerts. We got nothing.
So your only signal to get out was the explosion and the flames?
Yes, and the smoke and people leaving town.
We kind of just figured it out on our own. When the neighborhood next to us was completely engulfed. Black smoke, we couldn't even see anything.
또한 주민들은 대피할 때도 막다른 곳으로 몰렸다, 데스트랩에 갇혔다라고 표현했는데요.
Unfortunately, all of our routes were basically blocked by police, and it pigeonholed and forced us down into Lahaina town on Front Street, which is an absolute death trap.
평소 마을을 벗어날 때 이용하는 메인 로드가 봉쇄되어 있었던 것입니다. 주민들은 결국 시내의 좁은 해안가 도로 프런트 스트리트로 우회해야 했는데요. 안타깝게도 너무 많은 차들이 몰리면서 병목 현상이 일어났고 결국 불길은 그들을 따라잡게 됩니다.
The traffic in where they were directing us was basically where the fire was going to end up.
많은 시민들이 물속으로 뛰어들어 5시간 이상을 버티었는데요.
You're gonna be okay, Milo.
Harrowing stories of escape.
Both sides, to the left and the right, are on fire.
19-year-old Noah Tompkinson, his mother and younger brother, diving into the ocean to escape the flames.
We kind of had it in the back of our mind the whole time that we wanted to be next to the water.
Among the evacuees who jumped into the ocean to escape the blaze, a 7-year resident of the island, Sean Doherty, and his girlfriend.
At one point, it seemed like I might drown a little bit. I inhaled a lot of water.
He attempted to get out of the water, but the hot pavement burned his feet, leaving him with second-degree burns.
그런데 도대체 왜 이렇게까지 이 화재가 커진 것일까요? 하나의 실마리는 화재 당일 아침부터 이미 핸드폰 연결이 잘 되지 않았다는 것입니다.
You know that the cell phones were going in and out all day. The cell phones were going in and out all day. So if I were to call 911, it could drop any minute, even if I could get through.
Warning sirens were never activated, according to Hawaii emergency officials. And while phone, television, and radio alerts were, the governor says telecommunications were knocked out by the fire.
There was no emergency system, and most people, their phones were gone before they could get it.
그날 마우이 섬에는 라하이나뿐 아니라 다른 두 곳에서도 산불이 있었는데요. 이 때문에 이미 정전과 통신 장애가 일어나고 있었고 전기로 인한 화재 위험 때문에 메인로드 역시 봉쇄된 것이었습니다. 그런데 당일 아침 9시 55분 라하이나 지역의 산불이 완전히 진화되었다고 보고가 됩니다. 그러나 오후 3시 반 다시 불이 번지기 시작했던 것인데요. 통신장애 때문인지 사람들은 재난문자도 받지 못하고 전화통화나 방송 안내도 없는 깜깜한 상황에서 자력으로 탈출해야 했던 것입니다. 라하이나 참사는 정전과 핸드폰 통신장애 그리고 봉쇄된 도로라는 이 불운한 요인들이 합쳐지면서 일어난 끔찍한 재앙이었습니다.
The fire just happened so fast that they were still blocking that road. We do know of people that just went past a lot of the barriers and they made it alive. I wish there was just more communication.
우리가 일상에서 정보를 얻을 때 가장 흔하게 의지하는 것이 바로 핸드폰과 텔레비전이죠. 그런데 이 두 가지가 먹통이라면 우리는 어떻게 반응할 수 있을까요? 지금으로서는 마을을 복구하기까지 정말 많은 시간이 걸릴 것으로 보이는데요. 당국은 관광객들에게 마우이를 방문하지 말아달라고 호소하고 있습니다.
Another source of frustration is tourism. Hawaii obviously relies on tourism for its economy, but it's been very difficult for some local people, many of whom work in restaurants and hotels, who are seeing people who are here on holiday enjoying themselves when there are still so many people unaccounted for. When there are still so many people unaccounted for. Now, the authorities have urged people not to visit Maui at the moment. They're not saying don't come to Hawaii. They're saying please visit our other islands. And one of the reasons for that is they want to free up hotel rooms for some of the more than 4,000 people who've been made homeless by this disaster.
그럼에도 미국의 한 유명인은 마우이 호텔에서 예정되었던 휴가를 즐기는 모습을 보여 사람들의 빈축을 사기도 했죠.
And despite what's going on just about 30 miles away.
하지만 소중한 문화유산과 마을의 작은 일상의 추억들까지 모두 불타버려 절망에 빠진 이곳 주민들이 희망까지 잃은 것은 아니었습니다.
We're going to build ourselves up. We're going to shake ourselves up. We're going to shake ourselves up and we're going to keep going forward. You know, we're not broken. The place might be for now, but you know, it won't stay that way.
자연 속에서 함께 살아온 하와이 주민들다운 단단함에 안타까움과 존경심이 교차하는데요.
Family on the mainland are trying to get me to move back. And my son told my daughter, he said, "You don't get it. Dad's going to die there. 'Cause that's his home. It's our home. But we'll come back. We'll survive. We'll get through this."
말도 안 되게 이어진 몇 개의 불운한 사건들로 꼬여버린 재난 대응 시스템을 보면서 과연 우리는 얼마나 준비되어 있을까 되돌아보게 되는데요. 여러분은 어떻게 생각하시나요? 오늘도 세상과의 접점에서 영어를 만나는 일간소울 영어였습니다.
The cell phones were going in and out all day. The cell phones were going in and out all day. The cell phones were going in and out all day.
The neighborhood next to us was completely engulfed. The neighborhood next to us was completely engulfed. The neighborhood next to us was completely engulfed.
When there are still so many people unaccounted for. When there are still so many people unaccounted for. When there are still so many people unaccounted for.
We're going to shake ourselves up. We're going to shake ourselves up. We're going to shake ourselves up.
구독과 좋아요 눌러주세요.